Hi guys, if you want to check your own relationship, please contact me for your own personal reading. It is still on the special throughout the month of September. Hi guys, this is my X spread. I have designed it. This is pretty much what is the merge of psychology, archetypes, energies, tarot, occult, everything together. There are 7 different significators. What means significator? It is basically a card that represents a category. And the same cards exist in a deck, so we might have the same card coming out. So let me really quickly run you through it, what they mean. So when we start the reading, we just can go through it quick, right? So the first category, the magician category, number 1 tells me if this relationship is a starter. Magician is the one with the tools. Magician is the one who can manifest. Look at this energy, the bolt of basically electrical bolt going right through him. Something that can be created. Is it infinite? Is it going to last? Is it forever after all, right? Now, what in this category you have cheating? What in this category you have sneakiness? Then right away we know it's not going to be a really solid relationship. Now the next category is temperance reversed. So temperance is an angel, very specific spiritual kind of connectivity, right? This is more or less what's going on kind of like day-to-day kind of level, but this is kind of like very spiritual. Can we overcome our differences? Because everybody is getting along when they're getting along. It is the issue when we do not get along, how to actually address it, right? So when the temperance is reversed, they're actually more exploring things that do not work out. And if they are not kind of like working out, I want to see what is the glue that is missing. So literally you buy the glue. So if the glue is you have to fix yourself, then you know I either will have to change my ways, or this relationship is not going to work out. Or if he doesn't change, it's not going to go anywhere, right? This can also mean you're not communicating well on a financial level, etc., etc. Then we have significators, Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands. So one of them is you, whichever one you pick. So one is going to say, and generally I take Queen of Wands as the main one. So this is going to tell me what a partner thinks about you, how they see you, like what projections they have on you, because we all have our little kind of like movie that kind of we project on this person, and in spite of all appearances we keep striving to get that. So 8 of Wands is my communication card and my energy cards. It's going to tell me how this really works in between the two of you and what kind of like love arrows did happen or happening. Then this is going to be the partner. It's going to tell me literally what you're never told, what they really think, what they really feel. Then the judgment card is literally my karma card. I have 4 karma cards, this one being the strongest. So why karma? Because things from the past are coming to the surface and we are dealing with them once for all. Have you been good? Have you done the right things? Have you tried to manipulate? Were you manipulated? This is all basically now summarized by karma and saying, okay, well, this is how I see this relationship. So this is more or less kind of like what you have been given and then what you did with that, and sort of like verdict, if you wish. And this is going to tell me the quality of your relationship at this time and if there is a possibility of moving to the next level. All right, so now when we kind of like have this intro, and it was 3 minutes 50 seconds, then just jump into this month, since basically I'm just a few days late. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend it, because this really should be from the 15th to the 15th, so that way we can really see kind of like how the passage of the month will go. So I'm going to do here basically 4 lines and maybe sneak peek for the end of the September. So it's going to be from the 15th to 22nd or 20. I usually go in a 10 days chunk. 15, well, let's say 15th to 22nd, 22nd to the end of the month, then the first 10 days, second 10 days, last 10 days. So we can kind of like actually cover September, so you kind of like see the trajectory as well. So guys, let's start. Hi guys, I actually recorded your X series already. It's going to go right next. I just want to tell you that as I was starting to prepare the video, this video was numbered 444. It is a very important master number, especially because it is in the 8th month, and you know the magician has this like lying down 8. You're going to have this card appearing in your reading, so take everything I'm telling you like on steroids. It's going to be really important because I think you guys are going through the major shift. So, and that's probably because of the eclipse. So I just wanted to make this introduction before you start seeing your ex. Okay, love you guys. Hi Scorpio. So let's see what's going to happen August, September for you if your ex is coming back. So let's jump right in. So crossroads, let's say August, from now to August 23rd. Keep in mind Taurus is notorious for timing, and this talks about, okay, something has been accomplished up to this point. I don't know in which direction this is going to continue, kind of a thing, right? There is another 7. These are the cards of independence, and it says like what needs to be repaired is, you know, living in illusions. This is kind of person who is a dreamer. You don't, sometimes you get lost in dreams, but here's like really kind of like everything gets upside down. Like, I mean, really things that you dream of are not there, you know. It's nice to have like this rags to riches kind of things, but not everybody's going to make it. In fact, majority won't. So it's kind of like have to be very realistic. So I don't know if this is you, Scorpio, but we will see. Well, you are actually being seen as a love potential. The Lovers is a choice. So somebody is on the fence. The Lovers means, do I really want to go back to this? You see, this can go to that, you know, and what this entails with this person, what this entails with you. So let's see the communication. It's about some kind of secret, certain, well, not so much secrets. Like secrets is such kind of like an ugly word, right? It means that maybe certain things have been not communicated, which kind of by the definition, when somebody doesn't tell you something that is important and that could be a part of what decision making is, it's literally a secret, right? But this kind of like means that certain things will be bubbling to the surface in that respect. You see, there is like the person and what they think. There is lots of miscommunication, or it could be establishing boundaries. It could be that one person is not ready. It could be that there is like a mix of things. It's kind of interesting that I see these kind of two energies, some kind of crossroads as well. Wow, you have the Temperance under the Judgment. Well, you know that here I'm looking into the reverse states and kind of like what can fall apart. But here I'm actually seeing, wait a minute, things can actually work out here. It's saying that in spite of all of this, if things bubble up to the surface and kind of like you kind of get grounded, well, you see, here it is like a planting a seed, and it was some kind of like fruit up to this point. It's not a tree shrub. It's a shrub. It's not a tree. So the person is like not sure. Should I continue or should I not continue? This is like if you have, let's say, some investment, and after a year you meet with your basically advisor. Oh, it just kind of like underperformed. So then you're asking yourself, do I want to continue with this, or I'm going to change something about that? That's kind of feeling like that. But here it looks like it's leaning toward, actually this could work this time around. However, it's still not going to happen. Well, this is kind of like pretending that everything is okay. So maybe this is going to be a communication without resolving anything. Because this is a great card in the upright situation. Like there are lots of indicators about certain things happen, but it looks like the partner is still receiving, and this could be that moon, like they are hearing what they want to hear, and it is creating conflict in their own head. So let's see 24 to the end of August. Queen of Cups. Something emotional. Somebody's emotional. here. This could be you guys, Scorpio, not really feeling comfortable in the situation for some reason. Whoa, the Tower. Well, again, it's going to be need for Tower is not a great thing when it's happening, because it means something hasn't been built on the right grounds. And when it happens, it means, okay, now we need to rebuild it, and you have to do it right. So this whole miscommunication, all these secrets, let's have transparency instead. And it could be mostly that is you, Scorpio, that is going to have this. This also can be epiphany. It could be that you are seeing things a little bit differently. See, she's kind of like in a reverse situation. Now, this is a karma card, but it could mean two ways. Either you are seeing as you're cutting the other person off, or things start to revolve really, really, really fast. It's karma, meaning, like, I mean, there will be complete clarity when you see the swords, right? It just, truth is being told at this stage, right? Let's kind of like clean it. And this is literally like, this could be nuclear, given that you are right next to it. So be really careful end of the September. Well, it could cause some pain and sadness and loss. You see, it's the partner that seems to be all over the place. They're going from the depths of sorrow and they're going to the heights of arguing. And it is like really difficult for them to build anything. Like, this is like a Two of Wands, which kind of is a partial success. But when it's reversed, it's like this little kind of like world being built. Okay, I'm looking the other way. You see, it's just kind of like two partners separating. In this case, guys, even though the potential is there, this might be for the best for both of you, because the Ace of Swords is karma card. It's saying maybe you finished your karmic contract. Maybe it came time that you have been perfect for each other. You see, right time, right place, right person. But if you wrote this person in your soul contract that you actually want to meet this person and learn this lesson, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe the lesson has been learned. Yeah, look. The goals are not in sync. I think this is the problem with this person. And this person like has all this fire energy around them. Some kind of harshness. It looks like your partner is not a great communicator. When Knight of Swords comes down, and especially now you have it mixed with the Tower and Ace of Swords, some fast and furious energy is going to come down. And you know, in relationships, and I'm doing this for quite a while, it's not, of course, you totally know which person messes up because you feel hurt, but it's also the other side, the proverbial other side. So whether it's 95-5 or 80-20 or 50-50, both sides always feel somehow wronged. And how they basically deal with that is different. Sometimes people walk away, sometimes people argue, sometimes people cry. It's all kind of a representation of people not having their needs served. And children usually want their needs served no matter what. And when we grow up, we become adults, and we have to understand that not everything can be given to us. And the key in a relationship is like, what are you willing to give up without resenting it, with in fact enjoying it? And it looks like this partner is not there yet. So let's see, first week in September. Well, the partner is showing up like almost like a commitment level. There is you guys again. What you may be, well, that means senseless suffering. I have to figure out what this means. Let me see what comes out. You guys are building some kind of walls. You're getting more guarded, but also you're seeing that there are areas where these walls are too high. You see, boundaries, this is boundaries, these are boundaries. Like, you have to think of boundaries just like house fences, like houses in the middle, and you have fences. If the fence is too high, you are not basically interacting with the outside world. If it's too low, then basically everybody knows your business. So it's good to be the right size, so when people come to the edge, they still have to acknowledge that this is your own territory. So this is kind of acknowledging that maybe the fences have been too high. So I think this probably relates to the fact that you Scorpio people possibly are still trying to keep these walls. You see, this tower said you have to drop it, and here is like still clinging on to something certain way. So this is a clear thing that's saying, and this is in your like what needs to be fixed category. Certain things have to die for them to be reborn, and part of this is like how you approach relationships. See, this is kind of avoiding problems, and this is strange because it looks like it was talking about it, and maybe only you were talking about, the other person didn't, and maybe you thought things have been resolved because the person is coming around, but I see now you having these kind of issues. There are 2 fours. Fours are generally good. Fours are building the energies, but whoa. Okay, your partner is getting sneaky. Yeah, your partner is, see, that's the moon here, coming back. But this is like person thinks, okay, I can get away with this. I am getting away with this. So this is them avoiding problems. They just, you see, they're not looking what is ahead of them. They're just looking. So this is to me a person who blames and blames and blames and blames. It's you and you and you and you and you and you, and they want to make you bad and everything, and you have apologized and apologized and apologized, and it's just like never enough. It's just a bottomless pit, and taking the meantime, and maybe this is what it is, kind of like you are putting your walls up because like what the heck is going on, kind of a thing. I think that's what's happening, and this person is not healing. This person has been given everything, all the resources, but they're not healing, and yet you guys destined for a new beginning. So let me see if that's with each other or separately. But full means, okay, like because the tower generally clears the air, like everything kind of is a disaster. So it's like a Lego blocks, and the kid runs into this like your Lego tower with a little mini car, and everything is on the floor. If you want to build your house back, you have to start from the scratch. So let's see what happens here. And this is second week in September. Saying no, there is some kind of embarrassment. There is ungluing of a coupling. Wrong timing, still wrong timing. It was right timing, like right now, and then again it goes back. That's another karma card. It's under you again. And Wheel of Fortune reversed means, and this is you guys here as well. You see, that will be the Phoenix, that will be you Scorpio, this is Aquarius, it will be Taurus and Leo, and they're like 4 fixed signs. So these fixed signs are holding and twisting and shifting the world. So this is saying to you, you might be completely knocked down on your knees unless you're in balance, when you are going to still kind of like feel some injustice or the tides are turning against you, but at the same time, the more that you are out in the center in balance, the less you're going to feel this turbulence. So you do have time to kind of like get stronger in who you are. Yeah, look, they're like galloping in. It's kind of really weird. It's really mixed. So now they think they're ready to create something. Now they think they can kind of like, you see this 8, the infinite thing. Okay, so let's give it a shot. But there is like still no, it's a problem with some kind of family issues. They're like still not kind of like feeling of, you see this Lover's card is like we are one. It's kind of like no time or space separateness, right? So here it says again, because look at how many 10s and 1s you have in this particular line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, you see, I think that one person has issues with knowing what they want. I just cannot put it any other way, because one moment, you know, they want to go ahead, and here they want to go ahead. So I do see that you'll be approached that way, but then the second moment they kind of send you a message, yeah, I really want to be with you, but you know, you cannot say to anybody we are together, or you know, or well, yes, I know I said I'll see you today, but I don't know if I want to see you today. You know, I don't really see they have anybody else. So again, you have to, guys, ask yourself if you maybe created a monster. Sorry to say that. If things are out of balance for a reason, maybe you did apologize and everything you do is wrong according to them. So maybe they have to be asked, okay, and what are you going to do to contribute to this relationship? Because look, this is their offer. This, I don't know if you can see it from the sun, they're offered this cup and this cup and this cup. No. And then, do you want this, sweetie? No, I don't know. And they're guarding their heart. So they're guarding their heart. You see this force is like still prominent over here. And ultimately, I really wouldn't give up on this partner if it's really a partner that's really meaningful to you, because looks like they are coming here, but you are not going to be. It's kind of like a lots of timing issues, right? You're not ready. Something might be happening to you that is completely apart from relationships. So it would be interesting that I guys hear your comments to see what's going on in your lives. And also, if you are not a subscriber, subscribe so you're the first one to get the series. And I have like 2 bi-weeklies, I have monthlies, and I have X series that I release every month. And also check me out on the Facebook. And again, guys, this is a general reading, gets energies from many of you. So if you want your private reading, please contact me via my website. All the best. Love you guys. Well, thank you for watching, and please remember to join my Facebook as well, where you can get different tips and possibly healing as well on daily basis. Thanks again. Until the next time, love you.